So I know this much in life. There are certain situations, cases, scenarios where things are teetering on a brink and they're about to come to a head. And it's not a matter of if, it's when. And throughout my entire life, going back to when I was a young kid and Ronald Reagan came into office as the President of the United States in 1980, I have felt the United States teetering on the brink of war with Iran. Of course, President Reagan inherited an ugly United States from Jimmy Carter and an ugly situation with Iran holding American citizens hostage. Reagan took care of that situation quickly. He also kept Iran in check. But things have fluctuated. They've gone up and down like an old roller coaster throughout the years, depending on the president. Case in point, Trump had Iran in check from 16 to 20. They went broke, basically under the premise of either you get rid of your nukes or we freeze your assets. No money. Biden weasels his way back into office in 2020. What happens? They unfreeze over $6 billion in assets. Iran in the money, funding proxy wars to try to obliterate Israel for once and for all, as they stood behind the Houthis and Hamas. However, the world has changed. There's a new sheriff back in office, and the cats were away, the mice, they played. Biden was president, and now things are settling down in the Middle East because Trump is back. And Iran is backed into a corner. And I believe they're down to their last strike. This weekend in Amman, Jordan, Trump will send members of his team, his cabinet, to go speak on the behalf of we the people in America and try to make a deal with Iran, who will send their heavy hitters. Basically, it's going to come down to this, I think. Either you allow the United States to go into Iran whenever they want to make sure that you're not meddling around with nuclear weapons and they are completely denuked under the guidelines of the deal they'll hopefully sign, or face the consequences of the United States, I would think partnered up with Israel, completely bombing the living hell out of all their nuclear facilities for once and for all. President Trump has spoken several times over the past 100 plus days that he's been back in office as POTUS 47 on this here subject. Take a look and listen for yourselves.
Iran is very high on my list of things to watch.
Deal would be preferable to doing the obvious, and the obvious is not something that I want to be involved with.
I much prefer a strong, verified deal where we actually blow them up, but blow them up or just de-nuke them.
Is it the U.S. position that Iran can have an enrichment program as long as it doesn't reach the weapons?
We haven't made that decision yet. We will, but we haven't made that decision yet.
I want them not to have a nuclear weapon. I want Iran to be a wonderful, great, happy country, but they can't have a nuclear weapon.
And there you have it. Basically, the last soundbite there, the last quote from Trump. Iran can't have nuclear weapons. And we'll see what happens in Amman, Jordan this weekend. The world will watch. Because again, I think Iran is down to their final strike. Trump's not playing. They either participate in making a deal or they face the consequences. And that will be that.